Nagi Seishiro comes to terms with his ego, finally understanding what it truly means to be an egoist. Bllk chapter 349 titled Relive is finally here, so without further ado, let's talk about it. So the chapter begins right where the last one left off, with Shigeo and Nagi being the bird team in side B, with 2 minutes and 16 seconds remaining on the clock, with Shigeo saying, "Alright," as Nishioka says, "Here they come," with Shakespeare saying, "Don't let him have it," as Nagi says, "Is the reason I'm so fired up now because I'm gambling my soccer life on surviving in here?" As Nagi thinks to himself, "No, I'm sure it's more than that." As the NPCs start passing the ball around, he narrates to himself, "For the first time in my life, I'm following my own will and not using someone else as a reason. Alone on this battlefield, I'm trying so hard to live." As the birdcage game restarts, as Nagi runs to where the ball is. As the goat Shigeo Mizuki says to Nagi, "I'm counting on you, Seishiro Nagi. The reason I chose you are big and talented, and you seem like you've got guts. We want to clear this thing. Just shake the control of whoever's getting the ball, and we'll get our chance." As Nagi responds, "Okay, Shigeo," asking the vital question, "So, what can you do?" As Shigeo states, "I can run my ass off," with Nagi responding, "Okay, that'll do." As Shigeo goes and confronts NPC number 1, almost getting the ball, with Nagi saying, "Nice press." As Nagi gets close to Unga Bunga says, "Yikes, keep it moving," passing the ball to Shakespeare, as Shigeo catches on and says, "There," rushing in to try to get it from Shakespeare, as Shakespeare says, "Just got it," barely kicking it away before Shigeo can get it. As the ball goes hurtling towards one of the NPCs in the air, Nagi states, "Nope, it's coming here," as he gets in front of the off-brand Ren, as Shakespeare says, "Shit, don't let him trap it," as Nagi gets double teamed, as Nagi heads the ball saying, "I'm not though. Now run, Shigeo," as Shigeo goes after the ball saying, "Nice, it's mine," only to be quadruple teamed by 4 randos, with them saying, "It's not gonna happen, charge him," as Shigeo manages to power through all 4 of them trying to reach the ball, saying, "Damn it," getting ever so close to the ball and kicking it away from the group, saying, "Please, Nagi Seishiro." As Nagi has 2 PCs on him, he says, "Alrighty, that must be it." As he looks up at the ball, he says, "Life or death, it all hangs on that ball. Only this tug of war can produce this fire," as we see him jump off the ground with his aura making itself known, thinking back to Isagi when he first scored on him and Reo in their final moments in Bllk, with Nagi saying, "Or that light. Only this can change lives," as he jumps off Shakespeare's shoulder going for the ball, with Nagi saying, "I'm going to," as he remembers Isagi saying, "Nagi, don't stop playing soccer." As Nagi reaches the ball, we see him with his full aura and the skull coming into play, with Nagi continuing saying, "Rebuild my life," as he traps the ball, saying, "Did you know, Shigeo, people can shine?" As he lands, Shigeo looks at him while on the ground saying, "Yeah, I just saw it," with a thumbs up. As the game ends with 58 seconds left, and the announcer saying, "Shigeo Mizuki, Seishiro Nagi, Side B, first stage, clear," as that is the end of the first round of Side B. We then cut to the aftermath of Japan versus France, as we see the scoreboard have 2-4 with France winning, with the narration saying, "After the second U20 World Cup match, the U20 Japan team locker room," as Kunigami, Bado, Gagamaru, Bachida, Nanase, and Reo are in the locker room and not a single smile in sight. Shido chimes in saying, "God, we freaking lost. This sucks ass. I'm having a cell death burst," kicking over one of the water jugs and looking directly at Rin, pissed off as hell, saying, "It's all your fault, annoy brows." That was a full-blown diarrhea match, as Rin looks up and says, "Huh? Are you talking to me?" as both of them are about to fight. Shido saying, "Who the hell else?" with Rin saying, "Huh? How about I cut that tongue out?" as Aiku stops them, saying, yeah, knock it off, we're all pissed off, as he announces to the group, "Quit pointing fingers and focus on the next match," as Isagi chimes in saying, "Sorry everybody, it's my fault," as Kunigami, Chigiri, and Bachida listen up to what Isagi has to say, as Isagi says, "I wasn't a suitable number 1, so we had to pivot to an unfamiliar formation, and spent the whole match on the back foot. I was the worst one out there, sorry," as Kurasu chimes in saying, "That ain't the only reason we lost though. I gotta boost my skills or I'm no match for them. I actually felt like at this rate, there's no way we can win from now on. Be honest, I bet some of you are starting to doubt Ego's methods, right? So before we consider what's next, let's all just open up, as we see everybody in the locker room looking on at what Kurosu has to say, with him continuing saying about what we're feeling right now. As Aiku says, good idea, whether it's about Bllk or any complaints we have. As Yukimiya chimes in saying, or about how we align our current egos, with Hisagi saying, okay. As in the final page of Bllk chapter 349, Hisagi says, then first, we keep using this word egoist as if we all know what it means. But what even is ego? As everyone looks to see what Isagi has to say. And that is the end of Bllk chapter 349, with there being no break next week for Bllk chapter 350 and the title chapter being ego. So the real question now is, what exactly could be this ego that they've been using to lead them to where they are now? What is the true definition of ego, and how will it help them going forward? Let me know what you all think down in the comments below. I will see you next week.